We're expecting the Fed to raise rates 3 to 4 times this year. How will that impact your bond portfolio? What will happen to the value of your bonds when rates begin to rise? That's a very good question, and that's what I want to talk about today. You know, bonds have 2 types of risk. They have credit risk and interest rate risk. So let's focus on interest rate risk. Interest rate risk can be measured by duration. Bond duration tells us the price sensitivity of a bond to changes in interest rate. There's actually more than one formula for bond duration, and one of the main ones is called Macaulay duration. Now that actually tells us how long it takes to get your money back. So with Macaulay duration, we would be looking at with a 10-year bond, how many years before you have your total money back? Maybe that's 9.5, maybe that's 9. You know, some period of time, depending on the interest rate and the term of the bond, before you get your money back. Not your money plus your interest, but your money. On the other hand, modified duration then takes Macaulay duration and converts it to a number that tells us what is the price sensitivity of your bond to a change in interest rates. So if interest rates go up by 1%, how much will your bond value change? Or if interest rates go down by 1%, how much will your bond value change? Now it's important to remember that bond values move in opposite direction to interest rate changes. So when rates go up, bond values go down. That's because the older bond, is paying a lower rate now. Rates have gone up across the board, paying a lower rate as compared to bonds of the same quality. So when rates go up, bond values go down. A modified duration of 5 would tell us that if rates go up by 1%, your bond values will go down by 5%. A modified duration of 10 would tell us that if rates go up by 1%, your bond values will go down by 10%. Now, every bond has a duration, and if you have a fund, it has a weighted average duration for all the bonds that are in the fund. You have a weighted average duration for all the bonds that are in your portfolio. So given the fact that rates are going up, now would be a good time to look at your bond portfolio, look at the duration in your bond portfolio, and ask yourself, is this duration a good duration for the level of risk that I want to have? Is your bond duration a good duration for the level of risk that you want, the amount of change that you would be willing to see in your bond portfolio over this coming year as rates likely go up? You can reduce your bond duration by changing out of some of those longer term bonds into shorter term bonds that have a lower duration, or you can also consider alternatives to bonds, other investments that will provide the same stability or interest rate that you're looking for, but without the same price sensitivity to interest rate changes. So I hope that's helpful. If you have any questions about your bond portfolio and the duration in your bonds, just please feel free to reach out to me, shoot me an email, and I look forward to hearing from you. Hope you have a good day.